We go back to the WNBA for more funny shenanigans.
Stop it!
Part 2.
Please! Finally!
To quote The Rock, the W has come out and it's made it official.
What?
That only women can play in their league. I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. No, not really.
Fuck.
They said neither Cantor nor Royce can play in the league.
Yes, of course.
And they will not be pressured and not allowing dudes who like to feel pretty.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
To play in their league.
Are you retarded?
Way to take a stance.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. And may God have mercy on your soul.
But it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Common sense, facts, and salt. Happy Tuesday. Well, to quote The Rock, finally we got an answer. What the world has been waiting for. Salivating. Just, the chills up and down my spine. What am I talking about? From East Coast to West Coast, from North to South, we finally got a decision. We finally got the answer that the world has been waiting for. The WNBA only allows women. I know, right? Obviously, wow, it's unbelievable that finally they've come to conclusion. They come to grips. Only biological women can play in the W. No, not really. All they said was, yeah, both Enes Kanter Freedom and Royce White, real men, by the way, cannot play in the league for some unknown reason. Way to take a stance. And here we go. This coming out of Breitbart. WNBA rules Enes Kanter Freedom, Royce White ineligible for the draft, but we just don't know why. Enes Kanter sat with fans on Sunday at a WNBA game, as it turns out that as close as either he or the WNBA hopeful Royce White is going to get. According to Front Office Sports' Colin Sallow, the WNBA ruled as both White and Kanter are ineligible to play for some unknown reason. Enes Kanter Freedom and Royce White are not eligible to play in the WNBA, league sources tell Front Office Sports. In addition, the league characterized Kanter's entries as publicity stunts. It says that it's not going to give oxygen to efforts designed to mock the league, because the league hasn't been mocked enough as it is, or use this topic to demean or marginalize others. Oh, as I clutch my pearls. The league added that it will not allow outside pressure or manufactured controversy. Okay. To dictate league processes. Multiple outlets report that the news WNBA made its stance on male inclusion clear. The statement does not contain the all-important explanation on why they have excluded White and Kanter. As they are barred from the league because they're men? That would obviously be the correct and sensible conclusion. However, what does it mean for the WNBA stance on transmental issues? Does it acknowledge that men hold distinct physical advantages and characteristics over women that would make trans inclusion unfair? Does it deny a man's ability to identify himself as female to live his truth? And so, does the league no longer support trans rights? Kanter's efforts to join the league became the focus on Sunday as he was singled out for an angry tongue lashing from Chicago Sky's guard Natasha Cloud, who also went on threads to give her support to the transmentals. Kanter then stood with his arms extended, drawing back an enraged player before security escorted him out. For those who didn't see.
Chicago staying in it. Natasha Cloud. And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena. After Natasha Cloud got that bucket, she wanted her voice heard.
Yes, she wanted her truth heard. And it turns out that all Kanter Freedom did was just stand up and open his arms and wear a shirt that says woman, a female person. Anyway, Sophie Cunningham shot a three and put her hands up to celebrate. Freedom told Fox News. Literally a couple possessions later, Natasha came back out, started screaming and yelling, and said, "She's not going to sleep with you." What? And I was like, I'm not trying to sleep with her. I'm just here to protect women and support her. And then obviously after that, she started yapping and started walking towards me. And literally I got up and I was like, I'm just here to protect women. That's all. Finally, the WNBA has stood up and waited for what we all needed to hear. We just don't know why. We just don't know why Kanter and Freedom were barred from entering the draft or entering the league. Well, we just don't know. Why? Because they're real men. They don't want to say the obvious because that would destroy their trans mental alliance. It's pathetic. It's absolutely fucking pathetic that a league that only allows women would have, that they want to die on this hill. Of all hills to die on, this is the one hill they want to die on. They wanted to get obliterated on, and they are absolutely doing such. I'm sure Sophie Cunningham, when she got the news that that Cantor and White were ineligible to play, and she was like, okay, I'm waiting on why. Come on. It's up. You know, come on. You can tell me. You don't even have to say it out loud. Just whisper in my ear. Only women are allowed to play in the league. Oh, no, we can't have that. Oh, what will the trans mentals think? It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic, and that's why the W is a fucking joke. It's an absolute laughing stock in women's sports. Women should be disgusted across the board. When you have those like Riley Gaines and Jennifer Say of XXXY and other women, Martina Navratilova, sports legends who have come out over and over and over again. And then we have Sophie Cunningham, who became the lightning rod in all this by just calling out what it is. Women are women, and they should have their own sports, and men should not enter at all. Dudes like to feel pretty, stay the fuck out. No, she gets chastised for it. She almost gets decapitated for it in a game, but yet Cantor and White, who made it very clear, we're going to take a stance, we're going to take this as far as we need to. So the W came out and said, no, it stops right here. Why? We just don't. Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And again, the W still continues to be a shit show and a clown show. But you pretty much knew. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.